All right guys, so today we're gonna check out two new pair of truly wireless earbuds, both from the company Anker. We're gonna look at the new Liberty 2 and the brand new Liberty Air 2. And so the reason I decided to do both of these in the same video is these pretty much share a lot of the same characteristics. Although they are both two completely different styles, they share so many of the same features and the sound that I figured it would make more sense just to do this all into one video. Both of these are priced at $99. Both of them do have Bluetooth 5.0. And both of them also have aptX playback as well. So you know that you're gonna get some of the best Bluetooth quality you can get. Now both of these are IPX5 sweat proof. So if you're going to use either one of these for working out or running or anything like that, and you just happen to sweat a lot or it rains, you're going to be fine. Now they're both advertised also as having these new diamond coated drivers, which is supposed to be a more precise audio, but we'll get more into that once we get to the sound. All right, so the Liberty 2 comes with 7 sets of silicone ear tips and 3 sets of the wings, where the Liberty Air 2 comes with 5 sets of silicone ear tips. So either one of these are giving you more than what most companies include inside the box. Now, the great thing here is both of these use USB-C for charging. Battery life, there is a little bit of difference. The Liberty comes in at 8 hours individually on the earbuds, where you're gonna get around 32 hours total with the case, where the Liberty Air 2 is going to give you around 7 hours individually on the earbud and around 24 hours total with the case. So you definitely get more battery life with the Liberty than you do the Liberty Air 2. Now, one thing that the Liberty Air 2 does have up on the other one is the case on it is Qi wireless charging capable. So with the case, just you come in and sit it on any wireless charger that you have and it will start charging. Now the upside to both of these is that they both have fast charging, where a 10-minute charge is going to get you 2 hours of use. Okay, now this is another difference in the two. The Liberty Air 2 uses touch controls, where the Liberty has a button that sits right on the top of the earbud, which is the way that I prefer it, because that way you can hit the button and not jam them into your ear. Now, the problem with both of these are the controls in general. They are very, very limited, and you actually have to go within the app to change some of the settings. And so you kind of have to sacrifice something if you want to be able to control something else. And what I mean by that is, you know, right out of the box, it has track control. But if you want to be able to turn your volume up or volume down, you have to go into the app and turn off the track control to be able to switch it to volume control. So I do not like that these do not have control over everything like I'm used to. It just feels really, really limited. And so to me, that is one of the big drawbacks with these. Now, as far as using them individually, you can use either the left or right individually with both of these. As far as microphones go, you have 4 mics on both. And they also have what they call their new uplink noise canceling. So if you're in noisy environments, it's supposed to do a better job at focusing in on your voice instead of picking up the stuff around you. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. All right, guys, so here is a mic test using the microphones on the Liberty Air 2. Now, both sets of earbuds have the exact same microphones, so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so here is a test with playing crowd noise in the background, so you can kind of get an example of what it would sound like if you were to answer phone calls in public. So now let's get into the sound. I do want to start with these heavily rely on being able to use their app, like I said earlier, for being able to switch what you want the controls to do, but there's also a bunch of preset EQ settings. They also have this new Hear ID feature, which is basically playing tones that you're letting it know what you can hear and what you can't hear, so that it kind of tries to adapt and give an EQ setting that it thinks you're going to like right out of the box. Now personally, mine, I couldn't tell a huge difference between that one and then the EQ setting, which is basically like Soundcore's signature EQ setting. They were very, very similar. So I'm gonna base these off of that EQ setting, because that's what it's set to right out the box. The surprising thing about these are they are really, really close to sounding like the Sony WF-1000X M3, which is a pair of truly wireless earbuds that's more than double the price of these. So that in itself is really impressive. So sound quality wise, these are very robust and dynamic. There is a lot of air in the sound where the bass is really thick and punchy, but it still feels like it has distance. So it doesn't feel like it's bass just like hitting you in the face. Where the treble has plenty of sparkle, it's really clear, Everything as far as detail wise, even in songs where there's a lot of stuff going on, things never sound congested. It always felt like it had plenty of distance. As far as being able to like accurately pinpoint where different instruments are coming from, it's not so great at that, but it also still makes it feel like things are further away from you. And with earbuds being jammed into your ear, that is actually very, very nice. Now, mids on here come through extremely clear. Vocals are very, very present. I didn't feel like there was any of the frequencies that were lacking. I felt like the treble was boosted, I felt the mids were pushed a little forward, and then the bass was definitely pushed forward as well, but it was a very good balance with the treble. So it was a sound signature that I like. Again, it is really dynamic. The one thing that I will say is for people that are audio purists or people looking for a flatter sound signature, these are just not gonna hit that mark. These are made to just be amped up and sound very vibrant, and they also get pretty loud. I still would have liked to have seen maybe another notch in the volume, but overall sound signature, these are absolutely fantastic. And for them to sound really close to the Sony WF-1000XM3, which is already one of my favorite truly wireless earbuds, to be able to pick these up for $99 and get them in that price range is just something that I wasn't expecting. So as far as the cons with these, I will say that it would have been nice to have the IPX7 just waterproof rating because there's a lot of those that offer them in that $100 price range. So I think it's a feature that would have been nice to be on these. And I also think that the controls need to be fixed. I think you need to be able to control your track control, your volume control, play, pause, everything within the earbud without having to give up some controls. Now you are able to use the Smart Assistant, which again, you can tell it to turn the volume up and down. But my feelings on that is there's going to be a lot of times where you're in places where you can't just talk out loud, or maybe you just don't want to be able to adjust the volume. Both sound fantastic. I think $99 is a great deal. I will say that I felt like I had a little bit better of a seal and with isolation with the Liberties instead of the Liberty Air 2s. And I think that could also be because of the wingtips help keeping them and pushing them down into your ear canal. I think both of these are great deals and they made some really good improvements over the previous models. But guys, that's my review of the brand new Anker Soundcore Liberty 2 and the Liberty Air 2. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.